Good afternoon, passengers. This is your Captain Stephen. Cabin crew will be coming around in about 20 minutes. Time to offer your late snack and beverage, and the in-flight movie will begin shortly after that. Sit back, relax.
Thank you for tuning in. Got my boy Lance. Got my buddy Sid. Hit that like button. Comment below. Share it. Subscribe. Bing. Hit that bell notification. Yo. Welcome to Buddy Pass the Show. I got my boy Lance.
What's up?
All right, got my boy Sid.
What's good?
And we're going to talk sports as far as what's going on and what went on this weekend in the world of sports. We had a lot of sports that's going on, but we're going to start off with the NFL. Exciting NFL action that we had going in week 5. Got Hot Topics, Tampa Bay. New England game was a good game, although we thought it wasn't going to be one. And then Russell Wilson breaking his finger in the Thursday night ball game. I'm going to pass the mic to Lance. Lance, what you think about Russell Wilson and the Seattle chances of now being without Russell Wilson?
I think that's, Geno Smith came in there, looked pretty good until he, turned over the ball at the end, which really wasn't his fault. But still, if you don't know if Russell Wilson was in the game, would they have been in that position or whether it was coming back. So I think that might have hurt their chances. In the NFL, anything happens. The defense can step up and play lights out. And, NFL, the NFC West it's up for grabs, but it's not up for grabs. Cardinals is in first place. They're undefeated. But, you got the Rams hitting there. I think the 49ers is about to go through a transition right now. Sid hit it on the head last week when he started talking about how Trey Lance is about to go ahead and move up to first class, and Garoppolo is going to go back, probably the coach. I think that they really want to see how that's going to go. And do you make that move now? Talking to my man Fred, do you make that move now if you still think you can win the playoffs, but then already if you think you got a shot at the playoffs? I don't think they got a shot at the playoffs. They one loss away from just being totally out of it. So with that being said, it'll be a 3-team race in the NFC West. How this all ties into Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. So I don't know. I think with him being out 6 to 8 weeks, it's going to be a 2-team race. I'm going to pass that on over to Sid.
Yeah, you know what? Seattle's done. I'm sorry. They're done. They're too inconsistent. They have some solid defensive players, and they do get big plays, but I don't think they have enough to last to the end of the year. I think Cardinals is definitely the cream of the crop in that division. And I actually think the 49ers is going to hang in there because I believe their defense is going to keep them in a lot of games. Outside of that, man, Arizona's looking really good right now. Kyler Murray's playing really good. D-Hop is, Mr. Glue Hands. He catch everything. And, and the defense is impressive. It's good enough. It's good enough. So I see them making a good long run in the playoffs. I'm going to pass that over to you, Dave, and you give us your take.
Definitely was a good game. That NFC West is going to come down to basically possibly 3 teams, but more than likely it will be Arizona Cardinals and the LA Rams, I believe. Russell Wilson breaking his finger, unfortunate. I believe they're done. I don't think Geno Smith can carry the load, and the defense is not that good that they can, stop offenses going down the field. So I believe, Arizona has a good chances. They played a hell of a game. I can't say hell, it's cable. But for the most part, yeah. AZ looking real good. Kyler Murray, quarterback position, 2nd year, looking awesome. His progression is awesome. DeAndre Hopkins, what can you say? He's the number 1 guy. He's the number 1 receiver. So, they definitely have a good, almost great offense. They just have to tighten up the screws a little bit. And on defense, they can get by. They definitely can get by. But we have more sports and football going on. Boy, we had some quarterbacks, young and old, doing their thing. First of all, we had TB. Good Lord. what was his stat line? His stat line was something ridiculous.
Yeah, like 411 and 411 yards and 5 touchdowns.
TB doing the thing, and he said he want to play the 50. So, I mean, games like this, you can't doubt it. But I don't think he will. But playing games like this, impressive, very impressive for Tom Brady. And also we had that had awesome games as well. Oh my goodness! Video game Lamar on Monday night, passed for 442 yards, ran for another 62 yards, I believe, for over 500 yards in total offense. So we're gonna start off with that for quarterbacks and basically how they played on Sunday. We're gonna end it with who is your first class in quarterback position. So we're gonna start off basically, I'm pass the mic to you, Lance. Who was in your opinion, the best quarterback? Or, just give your insight on the quarterback play.
Well, Sunday, I had the privilege of going to the game, and I was pretty much engulfed in all the NFL things by being there early and all day. And so I didn't really get a chance to watch every game like you would at home. But, of course, TB doing what he's doing. He's got I'm tired of overlooking him. Lamar is doing some things. Kyler Murray's doing some things. Kyler Murray's playing some great ball. Sunday I thought he got hurt. I think that's what they were reporting. That when he was talking about Hopkins had a heck of a play, but from looking at it live, that ball looked like a lame duck in the air. And it was surprising to see Hopkins come down with it not only once, but they did it again. I don't know what the 49ers defense was up to. But with that being said, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert is playing lights out. I mean, he's another quarterback that's killing the game. Josh Allen is a monster, like I said. So Dak Prescott is in a whole nother Peyton Manning zone, how they say. Those are the cats. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. Trayvon Diggs, my man, the new Deion Sanders, and Myles Garrett is killing the game. So if I think out of all of that, Trayvon Diggs on the defense would be my MVP. And I would like Lamar Jackson, but I think TB is just making another classic TB run. I'm gonna go ahead and sling that thing on over and say it like I'm going from 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, you know what? TB, of course. Kyler's playing great, but also the kid from the Chargers, he's playing really well too. Herbert is playing really well right now. He actually played a really good game and brought his team back. And of course, Lamar. Lamar.
Lamar.
Oh man, I'm thinking of the old school Nerds movie, LeVar. But anyway. Lamar is a killer, man. I remember one of the shows we did, I think it was a couple weeks ago, I said that he couldn't throw, man, but he's starting to really figure it out. I think once he finds that line between if I'm gonna run, I'm gonna pass. Once he gets comfortable, like when Steve Young got it at a certain time, because Steve used to kind of run a little bit too, but then when he settled in,
can I catch this on the break with you really quick? Just while you're doing that, just to go ahead and throw this back at you so you can catch it back on the alley-oop.
Yes,
Check
sir.
this out. We're going to do some D-Wade to LeBron real quick. Check this out. When you just said that stat, do you know that boy backed up? I think he threw like 66 passes or something like that. He passed for like 88% completion, over 400 yards. That dude did some things that was so insane that nobody's ever seen before. That was truly a video game. There go that ball. I'm going to go ahead and walk off like this with my arms back, and you go ahead and catch that boy. It's all on you. That's all on you.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna catch that, and I'm gonna alley-oop that like I was MJ. But real talk, he's definitely stepping up, and he's my MVP. Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. I mean, the Kansas City is not playing to the level that everyone expects him to play, but his talent is still undeniable. So, I mean, those are the guys that I would say are still first class. Oh, how can I not say Mr. Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers, he's there. He's always gonna have a first class seat. And he's no matter what's going on. I don't care if Green Bay has a bad season. he's going to always play smart. He's going to show you that arm talent is probably second to none. So those would be my picks, Mr. Bridges. How about yourself? I'll pass that over to you.
My quarterback play was, man, it was off the chain. I got to watch most of the games, a lot of them basically on the red zone. And I'll tell you, man, a lot of them games went down the wire. You had last-second field goals to win it. You had back-and-forth shootouts between, the Chargers and...
I think it was the Browns, I think.
No, I'm sorry, the Chargers and the Browns. I mean, that was a shootout. Justin Herbert going back and forth. Man, that was a great game. And it came down to overtime where the Chargers eventually won. But yeah, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, he's just in the AFC. I might have to give them a little bit of the edge in the AFC at this point. I mean, it's a good running between them and video game Lamar. Over 500 yards in total offense. You win the game. You're doing things people said you couldn't do, doing it at a high level. So I have to give him basically the first class. He in the first seat of the first class players. Then the other quarterbacks, as you mentioned, Tom Brady being at 40-something, over the hill, but still getting it done at a high level. You got Josh Allen, like I said before. Aaron Rodgers, as you touched on, Sid, but we play them coming up. So, and this is significance of me having my Bears gear on because we did win amidst, the turmoil that was going on in Las Vegas. But nevertheless, we're going to go over it. If you guys didn't have any touching subjects you want to mention as far as NFL.
I think we pretty much said it all. I mean, I think we pretty much picked the best, the players that are excelling right now. I mean, team-wise, Cowboys are looking solid. Tampa Bay, of course. I'm trying to think who else. The Chargers, we talked about them. Arizona. I mean, those are pretty much the best teams right now. I don't know if I'm missing the Ravens. I mean, I got to keep the Ravens up there because they have Lamar. You know what I mean? That's just what it is.
I was gonna say the same thing. You got the Ravens.
Yeah.
The Ravens is who AFC Ravens Chargers the AFC team, right?
Yep.
They looking sizzling, dude.
Yeah.
They look nice, man. So you got them. You got the Ravens who are hot. You got I don't believe in the Browns.
No.
I'm not gonna say that they're gonna be up there. Pittsburgh is not gonna be there. Miami's definitely not gonna be there. Cincinnati's not gonna be there. I just don't think that they're not gonna be there because they're youth. Houston is not gonna be there. Denver is not gonna be there. I don't think they're gonna make it there. The Jets definitely ain't gonna make it there. Y'all name somebody other than the Chiefs that's gonna be there with Lamar and San Diego. It's like it's a 3-team race in the AFC. Take that. Ha ha. That's a slam.
Well, you forgot about Arizona, so.
Well, that's the AFC we're talking about, but
The NFC. I'm talking AFC, bro.
Arizona's AFC, right? No, NFC.
Yeah.
NFC, dog. I'm trying to tell you. Listen to me, bro. Listen to me. NFC. I thought you were saying. All right.
Yeah. But don't forget Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. I think they're the cream of the AFC.
That's the other first.
I said that. Y'all
quarterback.
just didn't hear what I said. You must have edited that when I said the four. Buffalo.
Okay.
Buffalo. I said Buffalo, the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Chargers. Those are the four. That's your four in the AFC flying through. Take that. Now, back at it. It's the Monster Space Jam slam dunk. Take that one.
Buffalo opened up a can of whoop on Kansas City, so they showing they metal right now. They showing they gonna belong anywhere at the end. They gonna belong.
Dude, they done had diarrhea all season. They've been
No.
long. They've been pitching shutouts. They've been stubborn. They ain't let you get nothing. They just been on a whole nother level. They've been the brick wall, the great wall. You ain't doing, and everybody's sleeping on him. And
Right.
they still sleeping on him because nobody don't want to believe in him. Everybody want to think that wide right stuff when it comes to Buffalo.
That's what I was
Man,
about to say.
Seth will say this all the time. He say, what rhymes with Super Bowl? Buffalo. That's the dumbest, corniest joke in the game. But anyway, but they really believe they gonna do it.
And they're doing it quietly. You don't hear much say Buffalo doing, doing the exciting things, but they're just winning all games and doing it big. All right, we're gonna switch over with the subject. We're gonna go over to some college football. As number one, Alabama falls, Georgia rolls, and they should be the new number one, I believe. And then we had Iowa and Penn State in a nice shootout game. It was a defensive clash in the Big Ten. We had Ohio State that rolled, and Notre Dame and Michigan won, and they both won by last-minute second field goals as well on the nail biters, winning 32-29. We had a conversation about everything as far as we said in the last show. Alabama was our clear-cut number one. Basically, what happened to Alabama in their game on Saturday? Lance, I'm pass the rock to you.
Well, my wife, was supposed to be going back home, and that's her school, Texas A&M, right? So we come back, we watch the Texas A&M because she couldn't make our flight. That whole thing debacle over the weekend. I'm not gonna name the company, but it was crazy. A lot of flights got canceled across the nation. Make a long story short, we come back and we see this thing going on. Texas A&M is putting on a little bit of, not shellac, and they just messing with Bryce Young, I believe that's his name. I don't think he looked fluid. I think that, so from a fan's perspective, there's no report saying this. This is just me watching TV. It looked like a situation where I was watching Any Given Sunday, because it looked like Saban had one idea and Young had another. And it's almost like how Pacino was talking to Fox and was trying to say, look, run the plays that I'm calling. I don't know if that was going on, but it looked like there was some confusion on the offense. And with that type of confusion, I think Alabama's the type of school that they're so perfect that if you get them out of line just by a little bit, that's a lot of bit that's going to make them lose. With that being said, the sexiest college team to me is Cincinnati. The reason why Cincinnati is so fun to watch is because Cincinnati is full of athletes. They look like a bunch of basketball players playing ball. Iowa, you can't get them, knock them down. Georgia is Georgia. They're going to be where they are. Oklahoma is going through a quarterback controversy right now. Michigan is somebody you can root for. I just still ain't ready to believe in Michigan like that. And Penn State is Penn State. Oregon is nice, but like I said, the squad that I think that I would like to see, that I don't think that's going to make traction, but I think they're going to make it to the bowl because they're fun to watch like a basketball team, is that Cincinnati team. And Alabama still is the baddest team in the lane. I don't care what happened. There you go, Sid. Catch that one in the air.
Well, brothers, I would tell you this. I haven't really caught up on the college football, okay? But what I do know is that it was a big deal about Alabama losing this weekend. And the part of the game that I did see some turmoil on the sideline. But Saban is a good coach. I'm pretty sure he's going to get whoever and everyone in line and get back to their winning ways. So I wouldn't count them out. I think they still have like a 40 or 50% chance to make it to the playoffs. So I would probably bet my summer house on them. Georgia looks good. Georgia looks solid. They look very good on defense, and defense wins championships. So as long as they stay solid on offense and stay great on defense, they're going to be there at the end too. Now, all the other teams, I feel like they're mediocre because I don't hear much about them like I should. But the other two, I do. So I'm going to pass that over to Dave, and you can give me a little bit more insight.
I think it's more parity this year because of COVID than it was in the years past. So I don't think Alabama is that clear-cut number one now. I think maybe Georgia takes the reins unless they meet this year. I don't know if they meet or not. You guys can, do some research while I'm talking, see if that's the case. But for the most part, I think Georgia has taken over the number one ranks because of their defense. Alabama may have taken Texas A&M for granted. Although for Texas A&M, I think this was their playoff game, saying we're playing Alabama. We got to play our best. We win this. You get a little national attention. but we have to play well against the other teams that we should beat. Oklahoma, they had a shootout, like you said, but they won at the last minute with the last touchdown at the end. Ohio State rolled; they looked good as well, but they were playing Maryland, so you can't, judge that book by its cover. A lot of good teams. So Notre Dame barely squeaked by. I don't know if they'll make it. Strength of schedule and the way they're looking, I don't think they'll make it to the playoffs. So in college football, I know some of the guys don't know much about the players. I don't know much about the players on how they're looking right now. But is there any clear-cut first-class college player that you're aware of? I'm gonna pass the rock to you, Lance.
See it. I'm gonna go ahead. I like the last time in the first show, pilot show, we had that quick little hockey assist. I like that. So check this out. So I'm gonna go ahead and catch that boy really quick. I'm gonna whip that thing over his head. Like I said, it's not one player. I like that way. I like the way the Cincinnati team is shaping up. It's a lot of defensive work that's going on in NCAA this year, opposed to last year, where it was all quarterback play. So I'm gonna go ahead and whip this on over you. Like I said, the quarterback from Cincinnati, I don't know his name, but he's pretty good. He's something to talk about. Bryce Young, of course, is something to talk about from Alabama. He's nice, but that Cincinnati team is somebody I'm gonna keep your eye on them. There you go, Sid.
For me, I'm not really too familiar with a lot of the college players, so I'm definitely gonna have to take that pass and pass it over to Brother Dave, and maybe he can give us a little more insight on that.
Go ahead and bring that in for the completion, and like you said last week, the hockey assist. But like you said, college football is more parity this year, and I think that we need some more time to find out who is a first-class player in college football. You have your team game, but we don't have any individual that's really standing out right now. So we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna go over to Major League Baseball, and we're in the playoffs of Major League Baseball. Unfortunately, we had some sad news to discuss. My White Sox has been put to sleep, and they're in the upper room. But we got some Astros are playing well. They play a great game plan. I think for the most part, for my Sox, we had the momentum on Sunday, then the game on Monday was rained out. So that gave Houston a little bit more time to game plan, and that took a little bit of our momentum away. And also, we had one of our trades that made a comment that motivated Astros to the tilt, as far as he made a comment about the scandal back in 2017, but we're not going to get into that. You guys have any comments on going on to baseball?
You did all that talking. It's really, I don't really have too many comments. I'm just trying to say, no comments whatsoever. It's a stressful time. It's stressful for me. Okay, it's 2-2. You did all that ring around the rosy stuff when the only game that really matters is the Giants and the Dodgers right now. We shouldn't even be playing right now. We should be playing in a championship series, not in a divisional series. With that being said, how about Dusty Baker taking fourth or 15 to a playoff or a division or a championship series? He's that type of coach. He's been with the 5 teams, and he went ahead and took them all to this position right here. Sorry about the White Sox. They couldn't have him to a better team. I'm just going to throw that out there. It's a thing. I'm gonna leave that alone. We're gonna land the plane here with the baseball. But I hope everybody's going for the blue and white right now. We put it go blue. We need this. I got my boy Randy's pitch tonight. Yours, however you want to call his name. Some say tomato, some say tomato. But he's pitching today, and I need this game. Or tomorrow. He's pitching tomorrow, not today. We got a game tomorrow. So, all right. So here you go, Sid.
Yep, you know it. But I would like to say this. That I feel bad for the Sox. And it's weird because I'm in Chicago, and I feel like it wasn't a lot of fanfare, man. I maybe because I'm not like a true baseball fan.
No, you don't feel like that. That was absolute. That's how it is out there. Nobody cares about the Sox, but Dave. And Dave's not even out there. I just want to.
I'm just saying. I'm from the South Side. And I don't
hey, Lance, I was gonna root for the Dodgers, but not anymore.
Not anymore, right? No, but real talk. I mean, Sox had a good year. They just couldn't pull it together. They went up against a better team. You know, the Houston Astros are a stronger team. And the Dodgers may pull it out. You never know. I mean, San Francisco's solid, but you never know. But we'll see, man. I'm gonna pass that over to you, brother Dave.
All right, that's what's going on in the world of Major League playoffs in baseball. So thus far in this postseason, I don't know if you guys was able to catch any games or not. I caught a few as far as, of course, looking at my team go down in defeat. But we had some awesome players. I mean, Altuve had a great series against us. He hit big home runs, made big plays on defense. So yeah, I would have to give him first-class player. I don't know if you guys, know this or be able to pull up any stats or see any highlights as far as who you guys think is the first-class player in the MLB playoffs. Lance, I'm pass the rock to you.
Too early to call it. It's too early. You're only in a divisional series. You got to wait till this whole thing is all said and done. I think Boston definitely is going to, whoever it is going to come out of Boston. Or, whoever wins this series between the Dodgers and the Giants. I got Will Smith is playing out his mind. But, you got to get past this game tomorrow, I didn't really watch the Atlanta series too much. I'm not going to lie. Of course, I'm not going to watch that. I didn't watch that Houston series, but from what I was watching, Coro and Altuve was balling out. So that's just pretty much. I've been only keeping my eyes on blue. So with that being said, I'm hoping I get past the series, and it's still too early to call that the MVP or that. I'll be able to call that in a couple of weeks when we do the show.
Yeah, for me, I wouldn't be able to give you a good answer for that. I haven't really been focusing on any individual players. So I'm going to pass that over to you, Dave. You can give me a little more insight on that one.
But yeah, Major League Baseball in the playoffs, right now you don't have too many individual players that's going to take a first-class player. You're going to have the first-class teams at this point, and we got whoever's advanced to the ALCS and the NLCS thus far will get the first-class honorable mention. All right, basically we're going to switch over gears, go over from Major League Baseball. We're going to hit basically some NBA preseason action. I know we got talks about Ben Simmons coming back to join the team. That's a good thing. I mean, good both for the organization and Ben Simmons. Hopefully they can repair that little rift that they had over the summer and get back to, playing some basketball. And also we have some WNBA action. We have Candace Parker going against Diana Taurasi in the championship game, which I had because I don't think the WNBA gets enough, love as it should, and I should give more love to them, but they don't broadcast as much as they should as well. But I guess as the revenue goes up, the crowd goes up, then they'll get some national spotlight on it. But what news we got going on in the NBA right now, preseason? We got some highlights, who's looking good, who's not looking so good. I'm gonna pass the rock over to you, Lance. Let me know what's going on in the NBA.
All right. Well, first of all, before we go on the NBA, I'm gonna correct you on the WNBA. First of all, WNBA gets a lot of broadcasts. You look at your Cox or whatever your cable packages. I see them on a lot. I've been following the WNBA for a while now. Nika Abulake from the Dallas Stars is one of my favorite players. Brianna Stewart from Seattle Storm, she's monster. Of course, out here we blessed to be able to have the GOAT, or one of the GOATs, because Cynthia Cooper is the GOAT, but Diana Taurasi, and she's balling. Skylar Diggins is a beast. Brittany Griner is a monster. And then you got, the aces that come to town. They just lost to Aja Wilson and Cambridge. And, it's just, I've been following WNBA. WNBA is a fun game. But what's going on in Chicago is a whole different thing. Because Candace Parker just came from the Sparks. So she's showing like an NBA player would when they go, a veteran NBA player go to a team and really turn around a franchise. That's exactly what she did. She pulled a Kevin Durant with the Chicago Sky. So we'll see what they could do. I'm not rooting for the Sky, but I'm not rooting for the Mercury. Whoever wins. On that note, I'm gonna drop the WNBA. As far as the NBA, it's really nothing to talk about. We got preseason stuff. We're trying to see who gel and who don't gel. I think LaMelo is in mid-season form. However, I think Steph is in mid-season form. Of course, the Warriors look good. The Bulls look good, but it's nothing started yet. So all this can change at the drop of a dime at the start of next week. So at that point, I'm putting back on my seatbelt because I see that the pilot is saying that we're getting closer and closer to the landing. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap Sid on the shoulder.
All right, from what I've seen preseason wise let me say the WNBA has been pretty exciting. The games that I have watched have been pretty good games. Very, very proud of Candace Parker. Yes, I'm very proud of her. And I love her basketball IQ because I watched her on the Tuesday version of the Inside. And I love the way she interacts with the guys, and she's basically, she knows her stuff. And it translates to the court. And so I'm not surprised at all at what she's doing. It's impressive. She's that caliber of a player, male, female.
As we're going in for the landing, thank you for tuning in. Got my boy Lance, got my buddy Sid, and this episode of Buddy Pass. Hit that like button, comment below, share it, subscribe, bing, hit that bell notification. And we out.